पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ओम शांति शांति शांति। शंकरं शंकराचार्यं केशवं वादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेद विभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ओम शांति शांति शांति। इदं शरीरम उत्पाद्य इहलोके एवं सुख दुखादि प्रदम यत्कर्म तत्प्रारब्धम् भोगेन नष्टं भवति प्रारब्ध कर्मणां भोगादेव क्षयम् इति। The meaning is, having given birth to this body, the action which give results in this very world in the form of happiness or misery, and which can be destroyed only by enjoying or suffering them, is called prarabdha. संचित कर्म ब्रह्मैव अहमिति निश्चयात्मकत्वेन नश्यति. The संचित karma is destroyed by the knowledge I am Brahman. आगामी कर्म अपि ज्ञानेन नश्यति, किंच आगामी कर्मणां नलिनी दलगत जलवत् ज्ञानिनां संबंधो नास्ति. The agami karma is also destroyed by jnana, and the jnani is not affected by it, just as a lotus leaf is not affected by the water on it. Today, prarabdha karmanam bhogadeva kshayam iti. We start from that point, which can be destroyed only by enjoying or suffering them, is called prarabdha. The big question is, the rule of the action works for everyone. This is a cycle of the world which is started by ignorance. The cycle of the world, sansar chakra. Chakra means cycle. The cycle of the world which is started by ignorance and nourished by karma, action. This cycle is in a round: birth, death, birth, death, again birth, again death. This cycle is beginning. The individual soul suffer from endless time, birth and death, continuously. The wheel of the world moving always, and no one can escape. Continuously, we live the life in between death and birth. Life is the series of experiences like happiness or miseries, anger, emotions. So this circle always continuously moving. We are traveling always, but reaching nowhere. It looks we have no target. We are in puzzle. Because of ignorance, and after that, action and its result. We finish one result of action by experiencing it, but in between that time, we do so many new actions, and we have finished them also. This way, the network of the work continuously moving. Everyone, every individual, always between death and birth. Death and birth. This is a cycle. No one can cross the cycle. Beyond of the birth, beyond of the death. Now question is about self-realized person. How does an enlightened person escape from this cycle? How does an enlightened person break the cycle of world? Only self exception is self-realized person. He can break. But how? Let's understand. We do action and different period of the time we give new name. Same action, sometimes we call it prarabdha, some time we call it sanchit, and agami or kriyama. I give you an example to understand the theory of the karma. One work, one acting, one act becomes three kinds, takes three names, like we are moving somewhere and we try to throw a stone. We are anywhere in the forest and we try to throw a stone or a ball. We take the ball, stone, and we throw. When we try to throw the ball, this action is kriyama. We are doing right now. We are doing right now. we took the ball and we throw away. So the procedure, the preparation of the throwing, this all procedure called Kriyaman Agami. We are doing right now. It is in our hand. We can change our mind. We have option. We can throw or not. We can change direction. Because this time we are free. It's Kriyaman. And then preparation, you throw the stone or a ball. After departing from your hand, the stone is not in your control. Immediately, when you throw it away, it departed from your hand, and then this stone is not your control. Now, you cannot change its direction. You cannot change its target. It have done. Now your job is over. This Kriyaman Agami karma now is sanchit in your account. In your account, you have done it. So after that, you are responsible. So this act goes to your account. We call it sanchit. Unfortunately, the stone which had been thrown by you hit someone, and he come to you and give its results. Or he may say, I will see you tomorrow. Today I am very busy. He hit me, I will take revenge. And when he gives its revenge to you, it is your prarabdha. Same act. Sometimes Kriyaman Agami, the same act becomes sanchit in your account, and same becomes prarabdha. In Tattvabodha, Shankaracharya says, Agami, the prarabdha karma, you have to experience. Once you have done your act, this act must fructify their results. This is divine rule. Now question the same, how the self-realized person break this chain, because this is chain. We do one act and get its result, and between we do another work and its result. So this way we are doing always, and we are suffering always, experiencing always. This is the work. But how a self-realized person, an enlightened person, how break, how absorbs the prarabdha. So prarabdha means what? Prarabdha, in our common language, we use the word fortune, destiny, luck. We use so many words, the meaning is same. It is fixed for everyone. A certain amount of our karma from our past lives, karmas, in form of happiness or misery. This is fixed. You have to experience. It may be lose, gain, birth, death, age, prosperity, family, everything is fixed. We have to experience in this life. But our problem is what? Our problem is we want only happiness. Only happiness. And actually, this is not our problem, this is our nature. So we want. But in wrong way. We want only happiness, not misery. Only happiness. In the life, but this is not nature of the world. The world is prarabdha dialectical. Dialectical. It always appears before you in pairs. In pairs. We want only birth, not death. But death is inevitable. We want only happiness, then misery is inevitable. Health, sickness. One thing is not possible. You see, the whole world very carefully, attentively, in pairs. The world is pairs. Like day, night, good, bad, sin, merit, happiness, misery, birth, death, friend, enemy. World is balanced in between two. The pairs are always remain together. They are not against each other. Happiness is not against misery. They complement each other. They balance each other. They cannot survive a single point. They have to support its opposites. Otherwise, it will destroy immediately. It cannot remain single. So happiness, we want always happiness. This is not our fault. This is our nature. But way up to achieve happiness is not proper. Because we are doing action. Action is mixed. Sometimes we do good action, sometimes bad. And its results are also mixed. Sometimes good, sometimes bad. Our insistence is, our tendency is, we want only good fruits. But we do not only good. We do good and bad. Then how is it possible to get only one thing? Then we of Jnani, in case of the establishment, he is also suffering with miseries. But he knows about this fact. This is the fact of the fortune. This is the mixture. Self-reliant understand this point. That is why he enjoys everything. He enjoys experience happiness. He enjoys miseries also. This is the way we can finish our prarabdha. Jnani, the self-realized, enlightened person, accepts everything. Acceptance in great form in the Jnani, he accepts everything. Whatever comes, he enjoys. He knows we cannot change our prarabdha. We cannot change our luck, fortune. But we can change our attitude towards life, towards the world. We can change our attitude towards situation. Situation you cannot change. But you can change yourself, your knowledge. So can he change? You know, if I am experiencing something, I did. I take responsibility. Yes, he knows that. If we do not want to do, we do not want to experience something, so we did not do. It means we have done something which should we not have to done. When we experience happiness, we do not give its credit to God. But when miseries come, we start blaming to God, or someone, a neighbor, other person, even God. We are not ready to take our responsibility. We blame to God. God has done so wrong with me. We complain with God. And sometimes, so many people who were before are spiritual, they become atheist, Gnostic. But the self-realized person knows this is a prarabdha. Prarabdha is in our inevitable fruit. I have to destroy it, and its way is only you experience it. You experience silently, enjoy. You enjoy misery also. Now look in the Tattvabodha. Here Shankaracharya written, Prarabdha bhoga nashyati prarabdha karmanam bhogadeva kshayam bhavati. The prarabdha can be destroyed only by enjoying or suffering them in called prarabdha. So prarabdha cannot be avoided. You have to face. You are jnani, you are self-realized, you are not self-realized, it makes no difference. That is why the great Mahatma, the great saints, are enjoying everything. They know this is a prarabdha. Sometimes happiness comes, sometimes misery comes. So this is one way to accept that this is my act. I have done before, so I have to take responsibility. This is my action. Or you accept that this is a gift from the God. You can accept two ways. You are responsible, or God is responsible. In both ways, He is giving you to happiness, and He is giving to miseries also. And take as a gift from the God. So this way, is prarabdha, karma, prarabdha action, jnani, destroyed by experiencing. He has no complaint. He is fully ready. So first type action he destroyed. Now comes sanchit. Sanchit means account. Accumulated past births, whatever we did in past lives, good or bad, they are deposited in our account in sheet form. They are waiting their turn. This is our account. In previous session, I told you that your bank balance, if someone has $100 million, he has in his bank account. This is account, accumulated action we call sanchit. They are unnumberable. You cannot, no one can destroy by experiencing this, because they are unnumberable. We did so many karma, past lives, there are unnumberable births, unnumberable deaths, and karma. So this is not the way. You one experience every result, then liberate. So this is not the way. The way is prarabdha karma, yani destroyed by experiencing, enjoy with enjoy. And sanchit karma, accumulated karma, there are so many millions or millions, no number. Only God knows. No number, no computer, no system about it. So, sanchit karma destroyed by in Tattvabodha, I want to sanchit karma brahmaiva ahamiti nishayatmaka jnanena nishyati. The sanchit karma is destroyed by the knowledge I am Brahman. The sanchit second form of action, it called sanchit. It is destroyed by knowledge. Which knowledge? Brahmaivaham aham brahmasmi. I am the Supreme. I am the Brahman. This realization, I am the Brahman, I am the Atman, I am the consciousness. When this realization happens, immediately all sanchit karmas, there will be no matter of numbers. When this knowledge happens, I am Brahman, I am consciousness, immediately all sanchit karmas destroy. In Gita, Lord Sri Krishna says, Jnana Agni Sarva Karmani Bhasmasat Kurute Arjuna. O Arjun, the fire of the knowledge, self-knowledge, not objective knowledge. The fire of the self-knowledge, it burns. Self-knowledge does not burn prarabdha. Prarabdha is working, does not stop. So Lord Sri Krishna says, Jnana Agni Sarva Karmani Bhasmasat Kurute Tatha. The fire of the self-realization immediately burns all of sanchit karma, good or bad, sin or merit, makes no difference. So this way, Jnani exhausts their sanchit karma. So two types karma we understood: prarabdha, Jnani experiences and destroys; sanchit, by knowledge of self, Brahmaivaham, I am the Brahman, I am the self, I am the consciousness. This knowledge is a fire for sanchit karma. So all fire. Lastly, Agami. Agami, I told you Kriyaman and Agami. We are doing right now. And Jnani also doing. They are also, because he has body, sense of perception, action, mind, everything he has still. He is also working. Right now. The difference is we have doership. I am working. I am doing. The enlightened person does not have doership, but he do. But they do without doership. So they are not invisible for their fruits. Here example is given, lotus pushpa, the flower of lotus leaf. Lord Sri Krishna also gave the same example. Here the lotus leaf is example, as lotus leaf remains in the water, live in the water, born in the water, but it is unattached in water. Water is life of the leaf of flower, lotus, but he is not attached. Same, Shankaracharya gave this example. Enlightened person also doing karma like a common man. It looks like same. You cannot judge his enlightened person He is working also like a common man. Like Raja Janak, the King Janak he was king. He was doing everything. He gave punishment to someone. He fight for war, for kingdom. He did everything because these are his duty. So King Janak, according to king, he was doing his duties, responsibilities. And other personality is Yagyavalik. Yagyavalik was Rishi. And he is doing what? Japa, studying Vedas, giving talks, doing meditation. So both are working according to their duties. But inside, both are unattached. This way, is no attachment for any action and its result. Tattvabodh says, the knowledge of self, the fire of the self-knowledge, it burns this action also. Kriyaman, Agami. It burns. Next one. Kincha jnaninam stuvanti bhajanti archayanti tan prati ज्ञानि कृतम आगामी पुण्यम गच्छति ये ज्ञानिनाम निंदन्ति दिशन्ति तान प्रति ज्ञानि कृतम सर्वम आगामी क्रियमाणम यदा वाच्यम कर्म पापात्मकम तद गच्छति. A most important part, be very careful. Shankaracharya says, further, one more thing. Kincha means further, one more thing. What? Those who pray, worship, and adore the Jnani, to them go the results of good actions done by the Jnani. Those who abuse, hate, or cause pain or sorrow to Jnani, to them go the results of sinful actions done by the Jnani. Kinch. One more thing, Shankaracharya says, one more thing. You have to listen very carefully. The knowledge of self-realization is like a fire. It burns sanchit, accumulated actions, and agami actions also. But there is a point, Shankaracharya says, whatever action, good or bad, sin or merit, a jnani self-realized person is doing in this body. And he says, I am not responsible. I am not doer. Then his action and its result distributed. Where? So Shankaracharya says, there are some people who give respect and do this seva, facility. The good work which are done by the jnani go to them. And those, there are some other people who abuse, hatred, cause for pain, jnani, which work are bad are done by the jnani, go to thief. This way, he is not responsible. He is not taking any responsibility. He says, no, I am not, this is not mine. So very careful. Jnani, the self-realized person, is now resultless, actionless. Prarabdha he experienced, Sanchit and Agami, both are ones in knowledge of fire. So he has no any karma, its result. There is no zero balance. If you have no karma, no action, then you are free from the birth. If there is no birth, then no death. No birth, no body, no mind, no misery, no happiness, he will liberate. This is the principle of Shankaracharya. Now Shankaracharya gives support. He says, I am not saying that this is a principle of mine. This is proved from the scriptures. So he giving examples. In Tattvabodha, तथा च आत्मवित् संसारं तीर्त्वा ब्रह्मानन्दम् इहैव प्राप्नोति तरति शोकम् आत्मवित् इति श्रुतेः. The meaning is, thus the knower of the self, having crossed the samsara, attained the supreme bliss, here itself the Shruti affirms, the knower of the self goes beyond all sorrow. Tarati shokam atmavit. The Shruti means Ved, Upanishad. Shankaracharya says, I am not saying this is my principle. This is rooted in Upanishad. Ihaiva, the knower of the self. Tarati Shokam Atmavit. This story in Chandogya Upanishad. The divine sage Narada, who had fulfilled all his responsibilities and had attained the knowledge of all scriptures, but he did not know the self. That is why, after having all scriptures knowledge, he was miserable. If like Narada, divine sage, he had all knowledge, all scriptures knowledge, but not beyond of misery. What to say then, the ordinary human who has little knowledge, objective knowledge. So story goes like this. The divine sage, Narada, was very equipped with the faculty of acquiring all knowledge. He had not achieved the peace, happiness. He approached Sanat Kumar in the Himalaya, and Sanat Kumar, between Sanat Kumar and Narad, there became a dialogue. In Chandogya Upanishad, we call it Bhuma Vidya. He gave all instructions in that story. In that story, Narad says, Bhagavan, oh Lord, I know everything. I know all scriptures. Such knowledge, such knowledge, such knowledge. No, there is no anything I do not know. I know everything except self. I know everything, but I don't know self. And still I am miserable. I'm not beyond the sorrow. And I heard, Sokam Atma. He who knows self, he goes beyond of the all misery. Tarati Sokam Atmavid. Who knows self goes to beyond all misery. So this is a big story. Here only example is for Tarati Sokam Atmavid, the knower of the self. An enlightened person goes beyond all misery. This is a proof. Shankaracharya says, whatever I said, this is rooted in Vedas. This is not my thought. Shankaracharya was authority. But he also says that this is not my thought. This is rooted in the Vedas. Tarati Sokam Atmavit. This is a one thing. So we have scriptures like Vedaha, then after Vedas, Shruti, then Smriti. Smriti means memory. Shruti means hearing. Shruti means Veda. So Tarati Sokam Atmavit, the knower of the self, goes beyond all miseries. And the same principle, not only in Vedas, but also in Smriti also, other scriptures also, in Puranas, Mahabharata, Ramayana. There are so many scriptures. This principle described so many scriptures. He gave an example, very good example. Tanam tajatu vakasyam sapachasya grahe thava ज्ञान संप्राप्ति समय मुक्तोत्सव विगतस्या तनुम त्यजतु वाकास्याम स्वपचस्य ग्रहे अथवा ज्ञान संप्राप्ति समय मुक्तोत्सव विगतस्या इति स्मृतिश्च. The meaning is, let the jnani cast his body in Kashi or in the house of dog eater. It is immaterial, because at the time of gaining the knowledge of self, he is liberated, being freed from all results of action. So this is Smriti. I repeat the meaning. Let the Jnani cast this body in Kashi or in the house of dog eater. It is immaterial, because at the time of gaining the knowledge itself, he is liberated, being freed from all results of action. This is Smriti. This Smriti, after Veda, there are other scriptures also propagating the same principle. Shankaracharya says, as I told. The Jnani, self-realized person, enlightened person, wherever he destroys his body, it may be Kashi, it may be somewhere else. Kashi is sacred place. We believe that if someone died in Kashi, he would liberate automatically. But don't ask me today any question. If someone died in Kashi, he would liberate automatically. So there are so many people go to Kashi for dying, for liberation. But this condition is not applied for Jnani. He may die in Kashi, he may not. Swapachasya graya thava, or he destroys his body in a bad place, very sinful place. It makes no difference for his liberation. Because the liberation is the enlightened person's liberation is not dependent on any place, any date, but it is because of self-realization. So wherever he dies, it makes no difference to Jnani, a knowledgeable person. So this type, Shankaracharya says, in Smriti, in Vedas also, the same principle have propagated, as I told. This way, we have done Tattvabodha. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Vadarayanam सूत्र भाष्य कृतौ वंदे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेद विभागिने व्योमवद् व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ओम शांति शांति शांति।